Jonathan, tell me, who is really Lord Anthony?
Oh, good
Wow.
question.
Love how she says that.
I know,
Mm.
Lord Anthony. He's on the road to discovering that himself. I think he's someone who has, had a horrible trauma happen to him, losing his father, and has had to sort of take on the responsibility of his siblings and also being there for his mother. So he's lost, and he hasn't been given the time and the space to be able to make mistakes, to really, hone in on his own identity. And so that's where we meet him. And of course, it's a big old arc of discovery for him, which involves meeting someone else who understands him in the way that Kate Sharma does. And so, yeah, that's who the real Lord Anthony is at the moment.
And for you girls, Kate and Edwina.
Mhm.
Kate, for you, who is really Lord Anthony?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Who's Anthony?
I mean, from Kate's perspective, I think she first meets him and immediately kind of can see that he's a bit of a playboy. He's the capital R rake of the ton. And I think she definitely judges the book by its cover quite quickly, but only so to protect her sister and the stakes of protecting her family and everything that she's come to London for. But they're kind of forced to spend time together. And I always say it kind of takes one to know one. And the more and more time they spend together, the more that patience is kind of patience is, what's the word? Mine's gone blank. They become more patient with one another, and they see beyond the surface that the rest of the town might see. And I think they start to see each other's vulnerability. And I think Kate, she doesn't give up on him. And then it's a question of whether she's going to follow her heart or not. She's got an
Edwina?
I think for Edwina, it's really interesting because I don't think Edwina realizes who Anthony is until the very end of the show, because what Edwina sees of Anthony is perfectly curated for Edwina. So there's actually a moment in episode 4 where there is that disconnect between who Anthony truly is and who Edwina thinks he is. So for Edwina, she gets a completely different Anthony to the rest of the world, a false narrative essentially. And it's only at the end that she sees him for who he truly is. So yeah, she gets a very unique perspective on that.
Wow, yeah.
She gets the illusion.
To all my dearest Chilean fans and the fans of Bridgerton, of all the books and of the TV series, we invite you to come and watch our amazing story and to fall in love with these two amazing women. And yeah, we're gonna knock you off your feet, I think.
What's about the second season?
What's it about? I think it's a different love story. So it's obviously following the Viscount's journey to finding a wife. But I also think what's really different from the second season to the first is I think that the second season in a way is like more morally complex. Like every single character, whether it's Lady Featherington, Anthony, makes certain decisions that are totally understandable. You might not necessarily agree with them, but they're totally understandable. And so I think, yeah, it's just more morally ambiguous. It exists in that shade of gray between black and white.
Sorry,
Okay.
It's okay.
That was
Okay.
so well said.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
So Penelope this season has a very interesting time. I think it's fun that you get to see, the whole whistle down side of her personality and how that sort of conflicts with her friendship with Eloise and how her relationship with Colin is developing. So it was a very fun one for me as an actor.
Oh, I love your character. I
Thank you
really
very
love
much.
your character. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. How did you create this character?
Well, I think, the first thing is a good script. It makes your job very easy. And I think this time I was given so much good material to play with that it made my job very easy. But also I'm lucky to have Julia Quinn's books that the series is based on. So that's really helpful too, to look back and, you know, get little clues about her. She's complicated. I don't think she's just one thing. I think she is a sweet and shy wallflower. And I think she is a really strong and smart businesswoman. And I think she's a good friend. And I think she can be a bad friend. But that's the thing I like about this show and all Shondaland shows, is that, you know, women are allowed to have a lot of different sides to their personality and don't have to be just good or bad. They can be a lot of things. I think, well, it's interesting because I think we have to remember that she has always been Lady Whistledown from the very beginning, but we're just getting to see it now. So I think, yes, you see different sides of her, but I think she's just a very complicated person that you're seeing more and more of. Yes, well, I hope everyone in Chile really enjoys season 2 of Bridgerton. We had so much fun making it, so I hope they enjoy watching it as much as we enjoyed making it.
Would you tell me, please, what do you think about Lord Anthony?
Oh, I think, well, firstly, I think Jonathan Bailey is an amazing actor, so I'm really excited that he's gotten to take center stage this time and he delivers such a brilliant performance. I think Anthony, he's very complicated. I love that we get to see what makes him so complicated this time, you know. But I think, you know, if I was choosing a suitor for Penelope, I wouldn't choose Anthony. The Sharma sisters, yeah. I would have loved more scenes with them, but it's such a big show with so many storylines that it doesn't always happen. But I think they're fantastic, and we were so excited to welcome them into the cast, and I think they do a really wonderful job. It's really hard to know because it's, you know, it's always a mixture of so many different things. So you make something, you hope people will like it, but they might not. But I think it's maybe because it's so full of joy, and I think people really respond to that.
Okay. Thank you very much, very much.
It was lovely to speak to you.
Saxophone.